Cabangani mqhele.
Bengacabanga.
Vele bungacabangi ngoba ubhebha umajola. Uzothina ubhuti wakho uzothupha umfazi wakhe.
Angicabanganga nalokho. Kodwa phela mhlambe nathi sinovani senze ngathi sishaya ngathi asazi uba newanga.
Inomqondo lento eshoyo mqhele. Ngoba uyazi ukuthi uSambulo uzothi simbhekise. Mina ngilokhu ngibheka umuntu ofile.
Ya qinzile.
Mhlawumbe angazi singathi ngoba sesitholile ukuthi umajola uvele wabaleka. Angazi uzobona nawe ukuthi
Hello everyone, welcome back to ASR, African Stories Realized. This is our weekly review of The Wife Season 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Episode 52 picks up in the Northwest with Naledi feeling the guilt of lying to Sefako about the baby. Meanwhile, the chief is growing suspicious of Tidi as he snoops around her room and gets one of his guards to follow her. Tidi and Naledi pay the traditional healer a visit and he reveals that the ancestors are angry Naledi got pregnant by a man they did not choose for her. And because of this, someone must die to appease the ancestors and preserve the remaining twins' life. Tidi then made her way to Qhawe's place and she shared what the healer said. It was also revealed that the two are working together to bring the chief down, but Tidi warned Qhawe that he won't be accepted in the Northwest after killing some of their own people and he can't marry Naledi if she becomes queen. Meanwhile, Hlomu is still trying to find the Zulu family's stolen millions, so she agrees to testify against the Zulu brothers in exchange for help tracing the money. Baloyi traced the money back to the Majola family, but Hlomu goes back on a deal with Baloyi, eager to tell mqhele what she had uncovered. Hlomu then went back to the Zulu home, then to the taxi rank looking for mqhele. She finds X and her mother, who have purchased fake passports in preparation for their escape. On her way back from the taxi rank, Baloyi arrested Hlomu for not cooperating. Meanwhile, mqhele and Qoli arrive at home and begin getting it on. At this point, Hlomu is being held till she agrees to testify. After doing a little Facebook investigation, she finds out that X is indeed the Majola that stole from them. Hlomu immediately agreed to testify and made her way home. Hlomu found mqhele and X in bed together and wasted no time grabbing a spear and stabbing X while she was riding mqhele, killing her instantly. The episode ends with Hlomu picking up mqhele's gun and aiming it at his head while he laid in bed, covered in Qoli's blood. Episode 53 picks up in the aftermath of Qoli's death, with Hlomu revealing to mqhele that X and her mother are Majolas. The couple wasted no time covering up X's death as they made it look like X packed her things and left. Sambulo and Makhumalo arrived at home, but X was nowhere to be found, with Sambulo believing that she had left them. Meanwhile in Rustenburg, Tidi makes her first move against her father as she gathers council members to reveal his crimes to them, especially the responsibility he bears for the deaths caused by the mine collapse. Tidi seems to have gathered enough support to remove her father from the throne, but the council members request more time to deliberate with those who are absent. Meanwhile, the chief has spies following Tidi. Back at the Zulu home, Qoli's mom announces that she is leaving, but mqhele and Hlomu stop her, revealing to the rest of the family that her and X are Majolas. The Zulu brothers and Hlomu interrogated the old lady, who claimed that mqhele and X were not only having an affair, but they stole the money so they can run away together. Sambulo didn't believe it, but mqhele denied it and Hlomu backed him up despite knowing the real truth. The Zulu brothers forced the old lady to give up the password to access the funds, and the family was able to retrieve their money. The episode ends with Sambulo refusing to kill the old lady, to the dismay of his brothers. Episode 54 picks up with Qhawe arriving in the Northwest to strike a deal with the Zamazamas that will help overthrow the chief. Meanwhile, at the Zulu home, Sambulo is struggling with the heartbreak of losing Qoli as mqhele tries to comfort him. Later, Hlomu and mqhele discuss the emotional baggage she has collected since she met him, essentially blaming him for messing up her life and dashing her dreams. Back in the northwest at the royal palace, Tidi finally reveals to Naledi that Qhawe killed Sello in self-defense. Naledi starts believing that her father is a bad man, and she joins Qhawe and Tidi in the plot to overthrow the chief. Unfortunately, the three were seen plotting by Sofako, who recorded their discussion and reported to the chief everything that was being plotted. The chief summoned the council members, who were led to the dungeons, where they were confronted by Molefi and the chief. The episode ends with the chief killing one of the council members to send a message to the rest that he won't be defied. Hlomu finally got her first kill, and those of you who've been with us since last season will remember that I predicted she would eventually get her first kill. So the character development really paid off here. That's just great character development in my opinion. 2 weeks to go and looks like we're finishing strong. I just hope Nkosana at least returns for the finale. I don't know exactly what it's building up to because there's a few loose ends they still have to tie up, but we'll be back next week with another review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is ASR for the love of African filmmaking and storytelling.